It is the morning of September 9th. Let's do an update on the altcoin market because we're still getting good signs here for altcoins. And when we look specifically at Ethereum, Solana, and XRP's chart, right now, XRP looks like it's in the best position, followed by Solana, followed by Ethereum. So without further ado, let's take a look at all of those. Now, the chart behind me here is the Bitcoin dominance chart. As this chart goes down, it means that altcoins are beating Bitcoin. As this chart goes up, Bitcoin's beating altcoins. And we are still seeing some lower lows made after a false bullish breakout. This is a good sign that the odds are higher that we will break to the downside here, which would mean a large swing of money for altcoins, which could signal a fall to the 200-week exponential moving average sitting at 56% here. This would be a very large swing of money to the upside for altcoins. However, this is a very likely area for Bitcoin dominance to bounce afterwards. So this is a potential strong take profit area for altcoin trades, at least in the short term. Now, I said XRP is in the strongest position right now of those three major coins, so let's start there. This is the daily chart for XRP, and after a false bearish breakout, we're starting a bullish breakout of this consolidation wedge that XRP is in, the breakout target of which is actually $3.80 if the market allows XRP to run up that far, right? So if we can get above the 55-day exponential moving average, you could see a continued run here. And we did have a short signal flash on XRP yesterday, but because we've kept up our momentum, that short signal was actually erased. Things are looking pretty good, particularly if XRP can get above basically $3.01. Also, on the 8-hour time frame, we are getting long signals here, and we're above the 200 exponential moving average. Good signs for XRP as well. Solana is in the second strongest position here as we are continuing to just bounce off of the 12 and 21-day exponential moving averages, creating a series of higher lows, hopefully putting us in a position to finally break out of this wedge. But what I really like to see for Solana is on the weekly time frame. Because on the weekly time frame, we're getting long signals here, hopefully signifying a chance for us to actually break out of this channel to the upside, and potentially, in my opinion, is a signal to us that people might be front-running Solana with regards to an eventual Solana ETF with staking at some time between now and the end of the year, but that is just my speculation. However, when looking at the liquidity heat map for Solana, we see a lot of reasons here for Solana to just kind of keep chopping because there's a small payday higher up, but there's more payday higher down. Just because we're getting longs on the weekly time frame doesn't mean it's up immediately right now. We could still expect chop for Solana in that channel for quite some time. And Ethereum on the daily time frame is still leaning bearish because it is below the 12 and the 21-day exponential moving average, signifying a fall to $4,000 is still more common. Until we get above these exponentials, that is what we should be looking at for ETH, particularly with its liquidity heat map showing paydays to the upside and to the downside.